There's one moment, one small shift, and when you do it, it changes everything. Now, relax. You don't need to sleep with her, you don't need to pull out your credit card, you don't even need to memorize a slick one-liner off TikTok. Nope, none of that. You just need to do this one thing. And once you do it, she will never look at you the same way again. Not with the same comfort, not with the same control. Because suddenly, she feels something she's never felt before with you. Uncertainty, intrigue, respect. And let me tell you, those three feelings, that's the cocktail of attraction that no amount of six-packs, Lamborghinis, or dog filters on Snapchat can buy. So what is it? What's this one thing? I'm going to walk you through it. Not once, not twice, but 5 versions of it. Because depending on who you are, and depending on what she expects from you, the flavor changes. And when you do it just once, brother, listen to me, once she sees it, she cannot unsee it. It's burned into her brain like your favorite guilty pleasure Netflix show that you swore you'd watch just one more episode of, and then it's 3 a.m. Now, before we dive in, real quick, smash that subscribe button to the magnet code. This channel is all about teaching you how to attract women without trying too hard. No weird tricks, no fake personalities, just pure magnetism. Think of it as upgrading your software, only way sexier. All right, let's get into it. 1. The power of not reacting. Picture this. She throws a tantrum. She says something petty, maybe even disrespectful. She's fishing for a reaction like a cat slapping everything off your desk just to see you lose it. Most guys, they blow up. They raise their voices. They defend themselves. They get hooked. But you just look at her. Not angry, not wounded, calm. Like a man who's already decided what's beneath him. You pause, maybe even smirk, and then you walk away. Brother, this is nuclear. Why? Because most women are used to emotional power. They push buttons, they test, not because they hate you, but because they need to know, are you really in control? When you pass that test, when you choose calm over chaos, you transform. You stop being the predictable guy she thought she had wrapped around her finger, and you become the mystery she never saw coming. She might spiral harder, she might try new tricks, but here's the kicker. In the quiet, in that space after the storm, she realizes something. She can't manipulate you anymore. And the second that thought lands, respect is born. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking, but what if she leaves? Good. Let her. Because the right one, she'll be more attracted than ever. The wrong one, she saves you time, energy, and about $87 worth of overpriced Starbucks dates. 2. Walking away without saying a word. Now let's crank it up. Imagine this. Things aren't adding up. She's playing games, hot and cold, maybe even flirting with other guys right in front of you. Most guys, they confront her. They send long text essays like they're trying to win a Nobel Prize in literature. They beg, they decode, they play detective, but not you. You don't write a goodbye speech. You don't send a warning shot. You don't argue. You go silent. And you mean it. That silence is like flipping a switch in her brain. Suddenly, you're not the guy chasing her attention. You're the guy removing it. And that, my friend, is terrifying for her in the most delicious way possible. She'll check her phone. She'll wonder if you saw her story. She'll replay every single word you ever said, looking for the moment it all changed. Here's the twist. You didn't change. You just finally decided she wasn't worth explaining yourself to. And let me tell you something. That silence will haunt her more than any screaming match ever could. Quick side note, if this is making sense so far, hit that subscribe button to the magnet code, because this is just the beginning. We go way deeper into the art of attraction, seduction, and becoming the kind of man women can't forget. 3. Make her wait and let her feel it. Timing is everything. The next time she texts, don't respond right away. The next time she wants to hang out, don't drop everything. The next time she expects you to make the move, pause. Not as a game, not to be manipulative, but as discipline. Because here's the truth. When you make her wait, you make her wonder. And wondering, that's jet fuel for attraction. Most women are used to guys who rearrange their schedules instantly. They're used to guys who text back in 0.3 seconds, like they've been staring at the phone with Cheeto dust on their fingers just waiting for the notification. But you're different. When she sees that your peace comes first, that your time isn't free, that your presence isn't guaranteed, suddenly you're not the guy who needs her. You're the guy she needs. Let her feel that absence. Let her sit in the delay, because in that space, she'll realize you're not like the others. She can't take you for granted. And if you're worried she'll lose interest, good, because the woman who's worth it, she'll lean in harder. Trust me. 4. Say no without explaining. This one right here is like a cheat code. She asks you to cancel your plans. She asks you to lend her money. She asks you to do something that compromises your peace, your values, your principles. And you just say no. Not harsh, not angry, just firm. And then you shut your mouth. Because real power doesn't come from long explanations. It comes from finality. And when she hears that, when she realizes you don't need to be liked, you don't need to be approved, you don't need to justify yourself to anyone, something shifts. She gets quiet. She leans in. She sees a version of masculinity she didn't know she craved. Suddenly, you're not the guy who can guilt trip you. You're the man with a backbone. And once she sees that, the game flips forever. Now she's the one second-guessing her behavior, not you. And if you're smiling right now because you've already done this before, comment below with the word unforgettable. Let's see who the real backbone men in this community are. 5. Pull her close, then let her go first. Now, for the grand finale. Picture this. You're alone, the energy's thick, she leans in. You can feel the heat, the want, the tension. You step forward. Not too fast, not too slow. You pull her close enough to feel your heartbeat. You hold her. And then, you let her step away first. Not because you're scared, not because you don't want her, but because you could have held her and you chose not to. That, my friend, is when she realizes most men never show her. You're in control of your desire. You're not like every other guy who loses himself the second skin touches skin. You're the one who tastes her energy and doesn't overdose. That self-restraint, it's sexier than abs, more dangerous than wealth, more unforgettable than anything you could have said. Because she expected you to melt. She expected you to beg. She expected you to escalate. But you showed her the power of almost. And that almost will haunt her, in the best way, for days, weeks, forever. The wrap-up. All it takes is once. One moment of silence. One boundary held. One glance that says, I see you, but I don't need you. And from that moment on, she'll never unsee the man who knows his worth. Do it once, and you'll live rent-free in her memory. Not as a heartbreak, but as a standard. The man who could have chased her, but didn't. The man who could have begged, but didn't. The man who did this one thing and made her question everything. Subscribe to the Magnet Code if you're done explaining yourself, done playing games, and ready to become the type of man women remember forever. Because this channel isn't about tips and tricks, it's about becoming unforgettable through self-respect, silence, and standards. And if you've ever walked away, stood tall, or done something so powerful she never saw you the same again, type it in the comments. Let it echo unforgettable.